Welcome back friends. Today we are going to solve lint code problem 1187 k-diff pairs in an array. This is one of the Amazon's frequently asked questions. Let's go through the description. Given an array of integers and integer k, you need to find the number of different k-diff pairs in array. Here k-diff pair is defined as integer pair ij, where I and j are both numbers in the array and their absolute difference is k. So they have given us a few examples. So let's just take this example 2 over here. So we will discuss how we are going to, what the problem is and how we are going to solve the problem, right? So k-diff pair means if k is equal to 1, right? Then for example 0 1 is one pair, right, which is k-diff pair, or 1 2 is again one k-diff pair, right? Or 3 to 4 is another k-diff pair, right? So if 3 to 4 is counted, then we will not count 4 to 3, right, because it is just like a reverse, right? So it will be just counted one pair basically. So that is what the k-diff pair means. So let me just take this out again. So we have been given this input array and we have been given k is equal to 1. So to implement this solution, we will be using a hash set and two hash sets. One is to store the numbers that we have already visited, and one is hash set of strings which will store the pairs, right? So pair means, as I said, the pair, for example, if we are counting this 1 2 as a pair, then in hash set we will put 1 bar 2 as a string, right, as a pair. This, in this pair we will to put 1 bar 2 and 2 bar 1. So we will put these both pairs when we are counting this, right? But this will be counted as only one pair, but we will put that two pairs in the set. Okay, so let me just take this back again. So we will just go through this, walk through this example, and we can discuss how we will be doing it. So first number, when we see 1, we will check if set doesn't have 1, right, this set. So we will just put in the set, let's just say this is a set, right? So set, we will put 1 into our set, and then we will check if our uh, pair, like our set does not like if set has anything which can form pair, like, right? So if we are considering 1, then 0 1 can form a pair, or if we are considering 1 1 2 can form a pair. So we will check if 0 is there in the set or 2 is there in the set. So nothing is there, right, for this time. So we will just go forward in the array, right? So we will now at point 2. So right now our result, let's say result is number of pairs that we found. So in the beginning result is equal to 0, right? So result is 0, we did not find any pair yet. So now we are looking at 2. So when we are looking at 2, we will first add 2 into our set, and then we wanted to check if we already have seen something which can form a pair. So pair can be formed by 1 comma 2 or 2 comma 3. So we will check if 1 or there or 3 or there in the set. So we find 1, right? We will find 1 here in the set. So we will increment our count by 1 because we are finding one pair. And in our pair set, right, we will add these strings actually, because we are finding one pair. So this is our pair set. So we will add 1 comma 2, we will add here 1 comma 2, or 1 bar 2, we are using bar actually, and 2 bar 1, right? So we will add this 2 into this pair set, right? And then we will move forward with 3 now. So now again, when we are at 3, we wanted to check if there is anything like 2, that 2 comma 3, because it is making a pair, or 3 comma 4 can make a pair. So is 2 there in the set? So 2 will be there in the set. So we are finding one more pair, so we will increment the count by 1 here, so it becomes 2. And we will add our 2 3 pair into our set, right? So it becomes 2 bar 3 and 3 bar 2, right, because we add both here. So now after that we will go to 4. So when we are checking 4, we will check if there is anything like 3 comma 4 or 4 comma 5 there, right? So 5 or 3. So 3 we will find, because 3 3 is already we have put, right, for this 3 in the set, so we will find 3 here. So we are finding one more pair, so we will increment our result by 1, so it becomes 3, and we will make our one entry into our pair set for 3 4, right? So it will just become like 3 bar 4 and 4 bar 3, right? 4 bar 3, and then we will go to 5 now, and then we will check if there is anything which is 4 comma 5 or 5 comma 6, right? So one less and one more, because that's what can form a pair. So is 4 is there or 6 is there? So 4 will be there, right? After we have seen this 4 entry, we will add it into set, so we will find 4 there. So we will have a 4 comma 5 pair, right? Because 4 already we have seen here. So we will just add 4 5 here, 4 bar 5 and 5 bar 4 here, right? 5 bar 4, and also we will increment our count by 1 here. So our result will be 4 at this time. So we have seen, we have found 4 KD pairs in the array, so we will just return 4 as our answer, right? It is given here. So why we are doing like in the pair set, why we are putting both 1 2 and 2 1? Because let's say now we are again finding 2 here, right? Let's say after 5 there is an entry called as 2. Again we will check into our set, is 1 comma 2 is there or 2 comma 3 is there, right? We will check. So we will find 1 is there and 3 is there, right, into our set. But now we will always check in the pair before we increment the count, right? That 1 2 means there 1 2 is there, right, already, or 2 3 2 3 is there. We will always check, so it's already been seen, so we will not increment our result count in that case, because this will make a duplicate entry, right? So to avoid these duplicate entries, we will maintain all both pairs, right? 1 2 and 2 1 both basically, right? So it will avoid any duplicate pairs. That is why we have created an array of strings basically. And whenever we find a pair, we will make two entries as I have shown here, right? 1 2 and 2 1, always like 2 3 and 3 2, always like this. So in case of any other like 2 coming later, right, then we will always check into our pair set that we have any entry like 2 comma 3 or like 1 comma 2 or 2 comma 3, then we will find these both entries already there, right? Then we will not count that as an entry, means we will not count it as a new entry basically, right? It's already seen. So that is the logic behind implementation. So let us just look at the implementation quickly. So as you can see, first we have defined result as 0, and we created two set. One is set to hold the values that we have seen in the array from the array nums, and then other is to set like for pair, right? The pair that I explained you, these pair strings. So we create hash set here, and we are going to iterate through the array. This is a time complexity is O(n) because we are doing iterating through the all the n elements from the array nums. We will get n from the nums, which is the number, and we will first check if set contains n minus k, right? If set contains n minus k and pair does not contain any of this entry, then we will increment the result and we will add the new pair basically. So we are finding if there is anything that can form a pair, right? For example, if you are looking at 2, then we will check 1 comma 2, right? Because that can form a pair in. So we will check 1 comma 2 is there, so 1 is there in the set or not, because 1 comma 2 can form a pair. So that's what we are checking, like n minus k. So n is 2, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1, right? So set contains 1 basically in this case, right? This one. So and then we will check in our pairs that we have not already seen a pair that 1 bar 2 or 2 bar 1, so if we have not seen the pair and it's a brand new pair, then we will increment our result count and we will add into our pair both entries, right? One, for example, both in the sense this one, like 1 bar 2 and 2 bar 1, so both we will add here. So that's what we are doing here. And here we will check, the n. So one pair basically, for example, if we are looking at number 2, so one pair is you will subtract 1 from 2, right? So this can be one pair, or you will add 1 to the 2, which is becoming 2 comma 3. So these both pairs we have to check. So in this second if thing, I am checking the next one, right? N plus k, which is 2 plus 1, basically 3. So that's what we are checking, right? Because both can form pair, and same thing we are checking that it should not be into our pair array, right? So if that is the case, and if we find any entry like this, we will just increment the result and we will add it into our pair set, right? N plus k, n plus k, n, basically both we will be adding, and then at the end we have to add the number that we are seeing from the array, right, in the set, because set is holding all the entries from the nums array. So this is the logic. So time complexity of this solution is order of n. So this is pretty good solution because it is order of n time complexity. Because if you are trying to go basically brute force, right, means you take one and you traverse the whole array and check if there is any pair, then you take two, then you travels the all the array, remaining array, basically. So it becomes order of n square, right? But our solution, this solution is order of n, so it is much faster than order of n square and much better. So you can explain this solution to interviewer, and I think order of n solution is acceptable, and it does not have a lot of big data structures. We just use set and two sets basically to hold the numbers. So this, you can say order of n for both time and space complexity for this solution. Uh, and this is the way you can explain, this is the logic for how we can count the k-diff pairs in an array, right? So we can always try to count a pair which is one number less we have to check and one number more we have to check. So if we are looking at number 2, then we will check if 1 is present or 3 is present in the set, right? Then only it can form a pair. So that is the logic. And time and space complexity I already explained. So this question is asked in Amazon, so make sure you understand this question. Also check out my LeetCode playlist. It has over 80 solved problems explained in details with examples and Java code. Also it has a Java interview dedicated playlist where it consists of all the frequently asked interview Java questions for a screening phone interviews, as well as the online whiteboarding interviews which are asked in past or frequently asked questions. So please make sure you are aware of those, and you know those questions and answers. And if you like this video, and if you like the other videos what I'm doing on the channel, please subscribe and like. Your subscription is very much important, because that is the way the video can reach to more people. So please subscribe, and thanks for watching the video.